Welcome back, Legends. This Flames of Fortune season has been straight up nonstop. We've had spotlight stuff running, drive syndicate side story pressure, special events stacked on top of each other. It really feels like the game is trying to keep us busy 24/7. But there's one thing I've been waiting for, because this is the one event type that actually feels fair for everyone. The special hunt. And yep, it's officially coming in to help close the season. So in this video, I'm breaking down what this hunt usually looks like, why it's still the most F2P friendly big grind in Asphalt Legends, how many blueprints and credits you're realistically looking at. Before I go deep into the breakdown, do me a quick favor. Hit like if you want more F2P focused guides, and comment if you're planning to grind this hunt. And if you're new here, subscribe, because once the event is live, I'm also going to do a follow-up after I test the car more at full stars in real multiplayer. Why special hunts are still the most F2P? Let me say it clearly. Special hunts are still the most free-to-play, friendly long grind event in Asphalt Legends, because the core rules are usually simple. You're not forced to own a bunch of support cars. It's usually no fuel required for the hunt car. Races commonly cost one ticket, and the only thing it really demands is time, consistency, and patience. That's why I always tell beginners, if you're ever going to commit to one long grind in this game, it should be a special hunt. Not because it's easy, because it's fair. Every run you do is progress you keep. Now, the downside is also real. Gameloft has a habit of making the grind feel unhealthy sometimes. Early stages with weak drop vibes, long tracks over and over, and you're repeating the same thing so much your brain starts buffering. So I'm going to talk about the car, the math, and also what I really hope they don't mess up with stage design this time. Event details. Here's the official schedule. Lamborghini Aventador J Special Hunt. Dates: February 25th to March 11th. That's basically 14 full days to grind. And 14 days is actually a decent window, as long as you don't try to do everything in 2 days like a maniac. Now let's talk about the car itself. Class A 5-star car. At max stats, the Aventador J sits at top speed 363.8, acceleration 79.83, handling 73.10, nitro 77.86. So here's my honest take, just based on what this car is on paper. This is not a high-tier meta monster for the sweatiest top-level multiplayer lobbies. Event structure. Now let's talk about grind difficulty, because this is where special hunts can either feel fair or feel like straight-up burnout. Stage 1 to 2, most painful for beginners. Early stages are always the most frustrating. Drop rates feel low, blueprint progress feels slow, and motivation drops fast. And if Gameloft throws long 90-second or 120-second tracks in these early stages, that's where the grind turns unhealthy real quick. Early grind plus long maps equals instant burnout. For me, 60-second tracks are perfect for hunts. Anything longer just adds fatigue and makes the grind way more exhausting than it needs to be. Stage 3 to 4, momentum phase. Once I'm into the mid stages, it usually feels smoother. I get into a rhythm, the car starts performing better, races feel faster, and blueprint farming becomes more manageable. These are normally the stages where you can actually stay consistent without hating your life. Stage 5 to 6, epic import grind. This is usually the slowest part. Repetition gets intense, drop vibes can feel rough, and the epic import grind can be painful. But the big difference here is this isn't a key car, so I'm not forced to grind every epic immediately. I can fully start up, upgrade later when I'm ready, and collect epics slowly over time. That flexibility reduces the stress massively compared to key hunts. Blueprint math. Now let's get into the blueprint math, because this is where most people either get motivated or immediately log out. To fully max the Lamborghini Aventador J, total blueprints, 186. To unlock it, 50 blueprints gets you the first star unlock. So the grind is real, but the best part is this. This hunt is amazing for one big reason. There's no key, and no key changes everything. You can unlock the car, star it up, collect blueprints, and upgrade it when you're actually ready. That makes this hunt feel way less stressful and way more player-friendly. Upgrade costs plus import parts. Now let's talk about the credit wall, because credits are the real villain these days. If you fully upgrade and max the Aventador J, that's basically around 16 million credits, which is actually reasonable compared to some newer cars that feel like they very close cost an entire country's economy. Import part requirements for maxing it are 24 uncommon, 20 rare, 12 epic. If you already own the Aventador J, even if you already maxed it, you should still run this hunt, because special hunts are one of the easiest ways to farm credits consistently, especially when the season is packed and you feel broke all the time. So don't look at it like, I already maxed this car. Look at it like free value, free credits, and steady progress. What I want Gameloft to fix. Now this is my honest request for Gameloft, because special hunts are F2P friendly by design, but the grind can still be unhealthy if it's designed badly. Two things need to change. Track length choices. Stop forcing long tracks in every stage. If they keep throwing in long 90 to 120-second runs nonstop, the grind turns into a toxic routine. Short tracks make it fair, fast, and less exhausting. For me, around a 60-second map is the sweet spot where it's still a grind, but it doesn't feel like punishment. Drop rate consistency. Nobody wants to grind for hours and feel like they're getting nothing. Even small improvements per stage would keep players motivated and make the hunt feel rewarding instead of draining. Because right now, special hunts are truly F2P, but the grind doesn't always respect players' time. Final thoughts. This Lamborghini Aventador J special hunt is easily one of the cleanest recommendations of the Flames of Fortune season if you're a beginner or you're still building your garage. It's a true grind-to-win event with the usual special hunt advantages: no support car pressure, the hunt car being free, try with no fuel, and a simple stage ladder where every blueprint you earn is progress you keep. The Aventador J itself isn't some unstoppable multiplayer monster, but it's a balanced A-class car that's smooth to drive, and at 4,133 max rank with strong handling and nitro, it's the kind of car that actually helps your garage depth, especially when the game keeps demanding more cars just to enter events. The blueprint path is clear too. 50 to unlock, 186 total to max, and that's a grind. But it's a grind you can manage across 14 days if you pace it instead of trying to speedrun your sanity. And the biggest win is still the same. No key, which means you're not forced into panic upgrading the second you unlock it. You can start up, stack blueprints, and upgrade when you're actually ready, which matters a lot when credits are tight. Even if you already own the car, this event is still worth running because special hunts are one of the most consistent ways to farm credits, and we all know credit pain is real right now. My only real concern is the usual special hunt issue. If Gameloft fills every stage with long tracks and stingy drops, the event stays F2P but becomes way too unhealthy to grind. I'm really hoping we get more short tracks and better consistency, because that's what keeps the grind fair instead of exhausting. Either way, don't skip this one. Unlock it if you don't have it, start up if you do, and if you're already maxed, take the free credits and free value. All right, Legends, I'm going to be on this hunt the moment it drops, so come back after launch because I'll post the real stage breakdown and the multiplayer field test once I get more time with the car at full stars. Don't forget to subscribe. Legends, see you on the track.
Fighting the air, a scream in the void, no one to care. Time stands still, teeth clenched tight. The abyss calls me into the night.